wanted to welcome everybody to the first ever Andrew Zimmel podcast. This has been something that we've been trying to work on for a long time. For those of you that don't know me, this is episode 0. We're at ground zero right now for this. So I'm Andrew Zimmel. If you haven't listened to the content or read the stuff that I put out before, you're missing out on a lot of good stuff. But I had a podcast before. It was called South of Sanity. It was a lot of different places. We went a lot of different places with it, and it sounded really good, but we're kind of trying to branch out a little bit. And the rule of thumb in media is if your name is in the title, the show's popping. So I put my name in the title. It's the Andrew Zimmel Podcast, and it sounds pretty good. We're going to be breaking down the top sports stories. We're going to be breaking down pop culture, movies, or TV shows, music. We're going to try to get a bunch of different writers and podcasters and hopefully different entertainment personalities to come on the podcast and talk to us. So it's a lot of great things. We're going to a lot of different places. For those of you that have kind of kept up with this journey for a little bit, you know that this should have come out a little while ago, but we were trying to make sure that everything sounded good. So this is a good starting off spot for everything that we're going to. And I want to thank you guys for sticking with me as I've continued to try to put out content and try to do a bunch of different things. So the places you can find this. You can't find this on the iHeartRadio app anymore. So you're going to find it on Spotify and you're going to find it on Apple Podcasts. And I'm going to be putting those links out. If you're listening to this right now, you clicked on a link somewhere. So thanks for that. But subscribe to that, and we're going to try to bump the subscribers up. The plan is that I'm going to put out a daily podcast because this is a really good place to kind of put your content out there. I'm a really good writer as well. If you haven't read the stuff, I write for a newspaper. I write for a bunch of other places as well. And this is the easiest place to just sit down behind the microphone and kind of get stuff out. So this is where you're going to find the majority of the quick takes, pretty much everything that's the content related. You're going to kind of probably see it here before you see it anywhere else, which is good. And the way that you get that before everybody else is you hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and then you're going to get the podcast quicker than you're probably going to see it on Twitter or Facebook, right? So that is really what we're pushing for right now. Subscribe. We're going to put out a daily podcast, like I said. I'm going to try to get 40 of those deals out as quickly as possible for you guys. And from there, we're going to try to get some sponsors, but the only way that we can get that is through you guys' support to start off with. If we can get a good amount of listeners, if you can get your friends to listen, if you can go and send this to a bunch of different people, then that is how we really get the ball rolling. So, like always, thank you guys so much for listening. Please continue to share and send the content everywhere because I can't do this without you guys' help. So, thanks again.